GSL.
What's up, guys? We're back. Excuse me. Tasteless has been poisoned, man. Excuse me. Welcome back to the GSL Code A. We're going to go on to our final match here and see which of these two players is going to move on and get out of Group I.
That's what we're going to find out, Tasteless. I hope you get out of Group I.
I think I'm going to get out to Group I. We're going to see. I felt that cough in the back of my throat, and I'm like, nah, I can just wait until we give it your turn to talk to get it out. Anyways, our map's going to be Ultrazeme Stronghold.
Yeah, I think True should be able to win this map because of how his playstyle works and how TY's playstyle works, and TY is not very strong in this matchup. And it's a big map where True could just make like more banelings than TY makes Marines. That's how he likes to play this matchup.
Yeah.
He's like, oh, I don't need any Zerglings at all, actually. I would just have all Banelings, and that's why I swim my gas on. I don't have that many mutas either. I think that's what we're going to see, Tasteless.
But Banelings are pretty good.
They are indeed.
One of these two players is going to move on after this best of three. The other, well, their story ends here in the GSL Code A.
In the top left, Peter Panzer in green. How appropriate he is.
True.
I believe in fairies. You ever go to the Peter Pan play?
I never have, actually.
I did when I was in school. They brought us to that. There's that part where it's like, clap if you believe in fairies. Over here in the upper right, we have
TY.
And I'm like a little kid, right? And, you know, they're saying like if you like a Tinkerbell almost dies or something like that. And then we have to clap in the audience and bring her back to life. And that like messed me up because I'm like, I really do believe in fairies now.
Well, you know, there's got to be some sort of parallel. I always wondered this, and I never really thought about it, like, you know, as an adult until just now again. Like, I thought of this when I was younger. I was like, is Link from The Legend of Zelda supposed to be like a Peter Pan-esque character?
Whoa, I didn't even think about that.
Because there's a fairy is there, it follows him around.
Oh, wow.
But the difference is he actually grows up in the games. Like, he gets older. And
he's much better when he's older, by the way.
Yeah.
He's Big Link.
But, like, in some of the games, like Wind Waker, he's permanently young. He has these fairies talking to him. He's
he doesn't grow up in Wind Waker ever? That's weird. I thought like, he pretty much grew up in every single Zelda.
He never becomes like tall Big Link.
I never played
like,
Wind Waker,
up,
actually.
Though. Like he does get like the Master Sword and everything. But Wind Waker's great. You should play it. I got it for the Wii U, the remake one. It's really, really good.
I haven't gotten a Wii U yet.
Well, you need to because Smash Brothers is coming.
I know, man.
More important, the winter is
More
coming.
important,
Smash
Brothers is going to be out here soon.
Can't wait for that. Here, of
yep.
course, by the way. But yeah, the Smash Brothers, man. Did you happen to see the Nintendo Direct that came out recently? Where
no, I haven't seen this yet.
He just like does all these crazy hand motions while he talks about the characters.
Well, I got to see that, man.
I'll link it to you later, but it's looking to be a really, really good game. I
can't believe you're a parallel of Peter Pan and Link. That's crazy.
I thought about this like once or twice before when I was younger, but I was like, is he supposed to be like Peter Pan? But I never really thought about it like more closely.
Well, one of them should really sue the other one. I mean, this is clearly, they're confusing enough as it is.
I mean, he doesn't fight like a big, you know, Captain Hook-like character at all, but Ganondorf is
comparable, I would say.
Yeah. I want to look into this more, you know, like, does, you know, Nintendo look into this and say, oh, let's think about this. The thing is that the original Zelda games, like the NES one and the, you know, like even the Game Boy ones, didn't really feel like all too Peter Pan-esque. It's the Ocarina of Time that really gave me that feel more than anything else.
Yeah. But did you, let me think here. With The Legend of Zelda, I'm just trying to think like, yeah, was it actually Ocarina of Time then that was where, because that was the first 3D Zelda, right? Everything else before then was top down.
Yeah.
Is Zelda Elven, by the way? Or Link Elven? Or either of them Elven?
Wait, who's, oh, Elven. I was like, is that a character I don't know from another game?
No, like Elf.
I don't think so. The thing is, like, the people from his village in Ocarina of Time, I think they are supposed to be, but he's like different from them, and he's born without a fairy. Remember this? And like,
oh, that's right.
That's why he's different from the rest of them, and I feel like he's not he's not quite like them, you know. And I guess like in that game they are. The game I like the most out of all the Zelda games was Link's Awakening, where you have to wake the Windfish, and then you find out that everything he did was actually just a dream. Like none of the characters or anything he met was ever real.
Looks like this Overlord is just barely going to get away.
Yeah, he's going to escape here.
He was after that one, though.
So, I mean, this game started out pretty slow because it's Alterzine, and we had a CC first into like a fast third CC.
We're waiting to see this develop a little bit more here.
I mean,
my favorite one was the Link to the Past.
That one was really good,
on
too.
SNES. I enjoyed that one a lot.
A lot of different ways to like look at the game in that one.
And by the way, in this game, guys, we have a heavy macro here from TY. So there's going to be even a little bit more downtime here. The double eBay gives that away.
Yeah.
He'll get some Hellions out here to try to control the creep area. Now we have speed coming here for True, but that doesn't mean he's going to be aggressive just yet.
Probably not.
We'll know immediately with the production tab if that is something that's going to come his way.
Well, he's totally pulled out of gas, so yeah, you know, it's not like he's going to be able to make Speedlings win the game. At least not in any way that I know. But
and we don't have any tech building here that's going to allow him to expand upon that as far as, you know, his unit comp.
I like where TY's at right now because he has, you know, the 1-1 upgrades coming out pretty quick. There's no way for True to even catch up with that without gas, so he's got to wait some time before he gets his gas up. He has a healthy drone count, but with triple mules, this is pretty much negated. I mean, just look at the income to the top right. I love our new UI that we have here that came out, you know, last season and in previous seasons, constantly evolving here at GOMTV. But you can see, like, he passes him in income while the mules are active, just slightly. And that means that he can have less workers, and that's okay. But he's also getting the tech. That's really, really important. The stim is now coming out. Once you have 1-1 stim medevacs and combat shields, that's when things get really scary for the Zerg, because he needs to have Banelings out, he needs to get Baneling speed up, and if his creep is not spread very far before that, then it's going to be hard to deny. Oh wow, he's even like with just 4 Marines and a scan able to get 2 tumors. I think that's actually
totally
pretty okay. Yeah.
Yeah. And now backing up here, so he is forcing some more Lings out here. And Zerg's not too far behind here. True is actually also getting 1-1. Excuse me. We may see this into an Ultraless tech in the late game since he's getting the melee attack there.
Yeah.
Which can be very effective on this map.
That's definitely true.
And we actually have about 5 roaches. We'll see if he gets any more. Sometimes the 5 roaches are simply to push back the Hellions on the creep.
Notice the upgrade timing for TY is pretty solid. His armor he's going to finish around the same time as 1-1 finishes.
Yeah, he's not really missed a beat here. And now we have the Baneling's Nest being made along with the Spire.
Baneling speed is going to be a bit late here. You know, a lot of Zergs would like to start Baneling speed as soon as the lair is done because there's a lot of aggressive time for the Terran. Let's see if TY wants to really try to hit one of those with Stem and his Medivacs. Obviously, he's not going to have combat shields, so it's a bit tougher to do something hard. And he's even bunkering up right now. Against True, not a bad choice. True known to be very aggressive with Banelings and Mutas. He's got 2 Vikings to clean Overlords in 2 different directions. I like that a lot.
Well, I think especially on this map, it's really good because if you drive back the Zerg's creep, and this is just a general rule, it's usually pretty hard for them to rebuild that creep again, especially when the game's picking up. There's a lot of Overlords on, or a lot of space, I should say, so a lot of places for the Overlords to hide if they need to on this map. So making 2 Vikings is great. I mean, send them out all over the map and continue to just wipe out any Overlords over there. Don't allow them to utilize this big map and have spotters everywhere. And on top of that, I mean, the Vikings can always check for expansions later on or park at your own expansions over the turrets and use that to then drive out the mutas if they start to harass.
So well said. I mean, that's just, I mean, if you have a reactor on your starport, you can make 2 Vikings at once. And then, yeah, you could have been making 1 Viking and a medevac to get 1 medevac out faster, but the utility of the early Viking is just so much better, especially considering he's not using his medevacs just yet right now. On this map, it's a bit tough, too, with the openings they've chosen. A lot of Lings on the map here. 22 more on the way. He's getting a few mutas out, and Baneling speed will come up here perfectly in time before TY is going to be able to come over and hit any sort of aggressive attacks. This Viking finds 2 Overlords, but with the Mutilas here, he should be able to save them. Looks like he's going to try to use the Mutilas to harass first.
All right, here come the mutas now. And this is actually going to be pretty effective here. Okay, I actually thought he was going to go right for the turret. I guess not. Now we have a drop coming in over here. Now this was a smart move, though, to hit up over here. Not a lot of Marines down there, taking out a lot of workers. The drop here from TY, not too effective so far. And in fact, I got to say, True is really giving it to TY, despite TY's very healthy, strong start. So far, it looks like True is more than prepared for anything his opponent has to offer.
TY just not having enough for the Mutalisk. That's a big problem. Now, this is a huge problem for True, on the other hand. He's going to lose his natural. And the Marines should be able to get away here. Looks like he wants to fight for some reason. Okay, I thought he was going to try to stick around and target down some mutas, but
he
no.
Probably would have, probably should have pulled out a little bit quicker there.
Yeah. I mean, he could have stayed for like a little bit, but uh-oh, this is not worth it. Oh, God. We have seen some sloppy
my God. Wow, whoa. That was
today.
not supposed to happen.
Yeah.
I don't know if that was bad grouping or what. Yeah, well, he got like 4 or 5 mutas back there.
Yeah, definitely not worth it. And that actually takes away a lot of his air firepower. I mean, say he's at 15 mutas, that's a lot. The one he has now, 16. Or he's at 20 plus. That's a huge difference for how many turrets you can fight, you know, how much you can just kind of sit around, how many Marines you can fight. If you lose your ground army, you could fight a certain amount of Marines with a critical mass of mutas. And now the 2-2 upgrades are finishing up here. So this is looking scary for True. He looked in an almost, you know, unlosable position with how ahead he was, but now he's not looking so invincible. He's still doing some more damage here, though. He's got a lot of Mutalisks, but the Marines come over. Needs to run. I want to see Thor's. Okay, one Thor is on the way. He needs it, because without that, the Mutalisks are just going to run circles around him forever. There's no long-lasting damage.
We see that right now Terran is ahead in upgrades 2-2, although I got to say, I really thought that TY was going to be looking a lot better in this series so far, considering he had that healthy upgrade lead. True has had a little bit more efficiency when it comes to taking out some of the workers and everything. By the way, our worker count for the Zerg is almost up to 80. We do have TY now moving out. Nice job by True there, taking out just a few extra medevacs.
The thing is, with the upgrades, True has avoided all sorts of ground engagements, except when he's defending. He's somehow been able to avoid any conflicts on ground, so the upgrade lead hasn't affected him that much yet. And with how he likes to play this, he's never planned on getting 3-3 anyways, but he's going to be behind a whole set of upgrades, and almost was going to be behind 2 sets of upgrades for a second, but he did get those 2 up just before TY started his +3. TY does not have a lot of gas, so he doesn't have that armor on the way yet. And I'm worried for him here, because the composition of True is really good. It's the composition that's so good against what TY is making, the Hellbat style. I don't think that this is what he wants against this many Banelings, and especially playing against a player like True. Hellbats just die so fast to Banelings, and they don't kill them fast enough. Banelings aren't light units.
All right, mutas coming in here now again. This might be a mistake, though. I mean, these SCVs can repair this turret very easily. This is a lot of lost time here for the mutas. The other 2 turrets, by the way, almost finished. Big mistake there. And it looks like the Marines and medevacs might be able to come over and catch the mutas if they are turning around. A lot of Banelings, as you said, we would see, Wolf.
Okay, upgrade lead here, but the good position on the top of the ramp as well. That did not go well.
That did not go well for him. Actually, I think True might have just fallen apart in the last second or 2 here.
Yeah, I don't know. He's just like got his whole army over here where it does not.
Well, that was an issue where that drop was, but I mean, think of how
send it back now.
And the harass is not going to stop.
4 Marines on that drop. If he sends his whole army over there, which he is doing right now, and he doesn't have enough to defend over here. Thor doing so much damage at the back. And look at this. That's way too many units for 4 Marines.
And now TY is going to go ahead and regroup back here. That was well done by him. He did a good amount of damage. Too bad he's not focused on that medevac, but overall he did a great amount of damage. And yeah, there was another example of True just seems to not be babysitting all of his units at once here.
Yeah. Tanking some of those. This Baneling will not finish. Oh god, maybe it will.
Well, I think there's still one more Widow Mine there with a shot left.
He's like rallied back towards his army. He's like, well,
I need to regroup out of here. Wait a minute.
3 SCVs there, I think. Maybe just 2. That one that didn't die.
All right.
Well, I mean, this is a lot of Banelings, man.
Yeah, lots of Banelings.
He has 71 Banelings. Again, he has more Banelings than there are Marines.
Terran is nearly maxed out.
Let's see what he does with this. There are 3 Thors, 7 Hellbats. Hellbats not going to be useful here. Marauders would be, but He doesn't have a lot of them. Here we go. These Thors are toast, man. And
wow.
Basically, the way True looks at this matchup is like Banelings are the answer to everything.
Well, here we go. More Banelings coming in here now. This is going to be bad. Can True, TY rather survive this?
I don't think so. Not with Pure Marine here. He's just going to kill everything with those Banelings.
My God, True. I think this game just ended, Wolf. Looks like we did have some drops we haven't caught over here. There's the aftermath of them now, but I don't really know how much this actually matters. I mean, True is obliterated. TY, he's at the production facilities. Yeah. Everything that pops out just dies immediately.
So all that True has to do is defend these drops, and then the game is over. This is exactly what I was saying. On this map, with True style versus TY style using these Hellbats, he is going to crush him in all the fights. This is what True is best at. And we're watching him work right now. I mean, yeah, this drop is doing some more damage here, but yeah, he's taking a lot of damage. It's just that TY's taken way more. So, I mean, he's now on one mining base. He's got 3 command centers up, but they're like, 2 of them are still not even able to be secured, and the 3rd base that he has is not going to compete with the mining of True right now. He's actually just going to be able to roll over there and kill that with Banelings alone.
Okay, the Lings and the Banelings all grouped up. Yeah,
GG.
GG. I was going to say that's been done for about a minute after that battle.
This is True, and this is what he does. And if
True looked really good, man. It's funny because he was a little bit sloppy early on, but he did manage to get that critical number of Banelings. And even though TY was nearly maxed out, he just rolled over him.
I don't really like the Hellbat composition at all, especially not against a player like True. Like, how can you not think about this player and what he does and what he's only shown in TVZs?
Yeah, right.
Hellbats don't kill Banelings fast at all, and there are barely any Zerglings on the map. It's pure Baneling Muta. It's like not Ling Muta Baneling anymore. It's Baneling Muta.
This is a moment where you have to play just as much against the player and his playstyle, and not just the race in that map.
So more Widow Mines could be better, or even just deciding to add Siege Tanks in. I think wouldn't have been a bad choice, because Siege Tanks beat Banelings, and we were facing Banelings and Mutas literally. Banelings beat